Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the absolutely unprecedented logistical scale, the massive multi-billion-dollar budgets, the historical milestones, and the data-driven predictions for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We are diving into an event that is literally rewriting the rulebook on how global sporting tournaments operate. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. The biggest tournament ever. 2. 48 teams and new knockouts. 3. Legends and records. 4. Dark horses and trivia. And 5. Who will win it all? Let's get right into it. Section 1, the biggest tournament ever. 104. That is the new magic number, folks. The tournament is expanding dramatically from the 64 matches we saw in Qatar back in 2022 to a massive 104 total matches. That's 40 extra games crammed into just 39 days, backed by a staggering multi-billion-dollar budget from FIFA to make the whole shebang happen. This completely transforms the endurance required to be crowned champion. It's no longer just a sprint, it's an absolute marathon. And unlike the super compact 2022 tournament in Qatar, where you could realistically catch 2, maybe even 3 matches in a single day, 2026 stretches across 3 entire nations and 16 different cities. Teams and fans are going to be navigating intense travel and some wild extremes. Like playing at Mexico's Estadio BBVA means gasping for air at a breathless 2,240-meter elevation. And hey, heads up if you're driving to some of these massive NFL stadiums, you might be in for a shock because parking costs can literally rival the price of a ticket. Crazy, right? Meanwhile, fans traveling to Kansas City will face the ear-splitting roar of Arrowhead Stadium, which actually holds the world record for the loudest stadium crowd. Moving on to Section 2, 48 teams and new knockouts. So what does this all mean for the math of survival? Well, teams now have to navigate a grueling 12-group stage. The top 2 teams from each group automatically advance, sure, but so do the 8 best third-place teams. All of this funnels into a brand new round of 32. Why this matters to us as viewers is that the ultimate champions will now have to play a record 8 matches to win it all by the July 19th final at MetLife Stadium. To put that into perspective, Argentina only needed to play 7 matches to win the whole thing in 2022. But you know, this wider door does have a massive upside. It allows 4 debutant nations to step onto the global stage for the very first time. We're going to see Cape Verde, Jordan, Uzbekistan, and, incredibly, Curaçao. Curaçao is making history as the smallest nation ever to compete, with a population of roughly 150,000 people. And, brilliantly, they'll be led by 78-year-old manager Dick Advocate, who's also making history as the oldest coach to ever appear at a World Cup. All right, Section 3, Legends and Records. We are watching a legendary dual narrative play out here. Both Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are absolutely racing against time. Messi, heading into this tournament at 39 years old, is looking to definitively break the all-time appearance record. He currently sits at 26 and the goal contribution record, which is currently tied with Pelé at 21. On the flip side, Cristiano Ronaldo aims to extend his own mind-boggling streak by scoring in an unprecedented 6 World Cup. But wait, there's another massive record teetering on the edge. The all-time goal-scoring record held by Germany's Miroslav Klose sits at 16 goals. And honestly, that record is incredibly fragile right now. Messi is sitting right behind him with 13 goals. And France's Kylian Mbappe, who, by the way, is still only 26 years old, is dangerously close with 12. Actually, scratch that. Given the extra matches in this new format, it's almost a guarantee we see Klose's crown claimed by a new king. Section 4, Dark Horses and Trivia. Surviving these new, highly competitive group stages is going to demand fast starts. But looking back at history, it's going to take a literal miracle to beat Hakan Şükür's strike for Turkey in the 2002 third-place playoff. He scored in just 11 seconds. Think about that. 11 seconds! Just to put that in perspective, the USA's famous Clinton Dempsey goal against Ghana in 2014 took a comparatively leisurely 30 seconds. In a 104-match tournament, an early goal like that can completely alter the momentum of a knockout bracket. Fast starts and tactical discipline bring us perfectly to the teams capable of upsetting the traditional elite. Morocco enters as Africa's highest-ranked team, having proved their mettle with that historic semifinal run in 2022. Japan boasts incredible technical quality, with stars playing at the absolute highest levels in Europe, and you for sure cannot count out co-hosts Mexico, who will ride a massive wave of home support. In this chaotic, extended knockout bracket, these dark horses are incredibly dangerous. And finally, Section 5. Who will win it all? Okay, let's step away from the emotion, the home field advantage, and the legendary narratives for a second. And let's rely on statistical models to predict who's actually going to survive this gauntlet and lift the trophy. We're anchoring our forecast here on the Goldman Sachs Monte Carlo simulation. This is a robust model that doesn't just guess, it factors in historical ELO ratings, which, fun fact, is a system originally devised to rank chess players, but it goes way beyond that, factoring in scoring talent, geographical headwinds like those high altitudes we mentioned earlier, and tournament momentum. They ran the simulation 10,000 times to see how the tournament unfolds. So, what exactly happens when you run that simulation 10,000 times? Well, the data heavily favors the European powerhouses. It gives Spain a massive 26% probability of winning the whole thing, followed by France at 19%. Defending champions Argentina sit at 14%, with Brazil at 8%, and England at 5%. But you might be wondering, why is Argentina, the reigning champion, trailing Spain and France in the math? That brings us to a really fascinating statistical phenomenon known as the winner's slump. Defending champions are mathematically penalized by this historical trend where reigning champions consistently struggle in the following World Cup. The only recent exception to this was France between 2018 and 2022. This historical gravitational pull clears the runway for Spain, who hold the top-ranked ELO rating sitting 52 points above Argentina. Ultimately, when you play out the entire bracket using this model, it projects a spectacular finalissima clash on July 19th at MetLife Stadium. It predicts a final between the reigning European champions Spain and the reigning South American champions Argentina. The model predicts Spain will defeat Argentina to claim their second World Cup title, acting as this ultimate symbolic moment where Lionel Messi passes the torch to Spain's 19-year-old wonder kid, Lamine Yamal. The math says Spain is the clear favorite to conquer the biggest, longest, and most grueling World Cup in history. But hey, since the beautiful game rarely follows a strict formula, and with 48 teams, absolutely anything can happen over 104 matches, we want to know, who do you think will survive the gauntlet? Thank you so much for joining this explainer, and enjoy the tournament.